What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Front Office Football 9 video. We are here with our Raiders playthrough Cinderella Challenge, trying to win a Super Bowl before 2030. We just took ourselves through the free agency period as well as our staff retention period, completely scraped our coaching staff. Aside from promoting Patrick Graham, we brought in new coordinators and a new assistant coach. And we've addressed the roster as well, re-signing a bunch of players that we brought in undrafted free agency before the last regular season, as soon as we took the team over. And then going pretty hard in free agency. We ended up cutting Devontae Adams. He had a great year last year. Still a really good player at this age, but his cap hit was like 40 something million. So we ended up replacing him with Debo, who's a few years younger, much cheaper, saved some money there, and we were able to bring in Aaron Banks, Jonah Williams on the offensive line, two starting outside linebackers in Derek Barnes and Dre Greenlaw at a pretty cheap cost too, like 6 mil and 3 mil for Dre Greenlaw. So could easily move on from those guys if we end up finding something better. But they're at least, good players at linebacker. And then Richie Grant at safety. So yeah, I think we hit free agency pretty well. And now we've set ourselves up well for the draft here. So that's what this video is going to be about. Let's get into it. Here's the preview. We have the 12th pick. Possible that one of these quarterbacks will be around. But if not, I'm perfectly happy going into the year with Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell. That's not a joke either. I'm fine going. This is a better quarterback situation than our Giants playthrough, for those of you that have watched that one. So I'm perfectly fine going in with these two. I'm more than happy to attack it with those two. So we'll see how it goes here. But yeah, let's get into the thing here. First round. We got picks 1 through 7. We're not really. I'm just gonna stay put, I think, for the most part, and just take players unless there's nothing there, and trade back and acquire some more picks. But look at this great tackle right here, Lester Moreno. Looks like a stud. Would totally take him. Okay, a little bit of lacking strength, and that shows in the reps there. Keegan Miara, a solid pass rusher. Okay. Really good guard here in Mitchell Paget. Wow, the 47 reps really stood out at the combine. Yeah, he looks like a great option too. Both of these guys. There's a really good corner here as well. Mike Key. Really good. We could definitely use a corner. Didn't absolutely smash the combine, but although this dude did. Zach Hansen. Really good in man-to-man. The Solsizmic... Oh, sorry. The reps were the only thing that wasn't great. Solsizmic looks really good. This linebacker ran a 4.45. Wow. You guys know me. I love drafting linebackers. He crushed the combine. Wow. I don't know. We got a pick of the litter right here. I mean, Um, I love this class right now. I wonder, whoops, what it would look like to trade down. Are we going to be able to? No, we're getting some crap offers for the most part. Does anybody have a couple of? Okay, so we'll just take. But yeah. So I think like I mean, there's obviously a few guys that I really like. Mitchell Paget. Hard to see like we don't have any combine results on Lester Moreno, but I mean, yeah, he looks fantastic. So I wouldn't hesitate in taking a tackle. We absolutely need one. Um, he'd probably be a day one starter for us. Guard, we're in a little bit better shape at guard. Tackle, we could definitely use somebody opposite Jonah Williams. The other ones that we were looking at is linebacker, which we're not desperate there. Corner, we could definitely use someone, but I think like I think it's really important to build offensive line. I think I think it's we could always like trade guys if we get like too stacked at certain positions, and the corner's pretty cool. The linebacker obviously like is really enticing. Just looking at the combine numbers and all that. But this guard, man. Oh yeah, like the coverage stuff isn't really great from Kai. Like he could be a standout athlete, and that's fantastic. He's really smart. I'm sure there's like some growth that can happen there too. So I wouldn't hesitate at all from this, but I think just looking at where Mitchell is at, all the numbers like back it up. He's really just like a fantastic athlete at guard. 6'6", 301. It's possible he could even play tackle. I wouldn't hesitate with Lester either. He looks really good too, but like we already have the combine numbers to back Mitchell. I think I'm going to stay right there. Send it tomorrow. Got our next pick here at 212. I'm prepared to just take Carlos Madsen and just really stack the guard room, possibly make some positional shifts, like, and if not, then we have two like stud guards in theory. Very high leadership, very strong personality, short arms for sure, but a couple slower corners here. Not sure how those guys would fare, even though they have really strong man to man. The 10-yard split's good here for Alfonso. I think I'm going to just do what I think is playing it safe and just go Carlos Madsen here and just really build up the offensive line. Quarterbacks floating up here in the third round. This is that same guy, Burt. We have Rob Carlson. Wow, the arm strength is crazy on this guy. Good decisions. The accuracy, not great though. Okay. This guy's kind of mid. A running back. Nothing really good there. He ran a 4.78. Ugh. This guy's not really that strong. And at this point, you know, you're gonna find weaknesses everywhere. Right, everybody's gonna have some sort of weakness at this point. He's pretty much good at everything, and he's smart player. We don't have any combine stuff on him. And the only things that he's like kind of about are man-to-man and zone defense, and he's a corner. So I'm struggling to see. It's a third round pick though. I don't know. Could be a decent option. This guy's pretty slow. Did not really crush the combine here. Seems to have good coverage skills, but I just don't really, I don't know what to lean on here with this guy. We'll take a little risk on Carl Sims here. No combine numbers, but he seemed to score pretty well. Okay, on to our next pick here. These three quarterbacks still up at the top here, and Norman Lucchesi. Oh, no. No, 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 no. I believe in this blocking strength here with that reps number there. Hmm. A lot of slow running backs here. This looks like a 3-tech D tackle here. It's a pure pass rusher. The receiver here. Pretty smart. Decent speed. 6'2", 226. Route running is really good. Hmm. Good jumper. And then this running back. Decent some okay combine stuff. This receiver is interesting. The hands are not there. We need some receivers. I'll take a little dive on Tracy Eby here. I like what I see from like the size and the combine numbers look pretty good. Here we are, another pickup here. I'm getting close to wanting to take one of these quarterbacks just to see what the deal is. I don't know. Bert Fuerte, I can see a lane here with Bert. The arm strength and accuracy are really kind of tough, though. It's tough to get behind. He's got some decent athleticism, though. Got some decent athleticism. He's smart. So the good decision making could get a boost because he scored really well in his Soul Sismic. but he also reads the defense really well, so I wonder if that's where his Soul Sismic really comes into play. Good footwork, improvisation, confidence. I'll take a little shot on Bert Fuerte just to see what's there, and if not, you know, we have our two quarterbacks already. Now back up at 6'12". Here's an outside linebacker, or 3-4 outside linebacker, but oh, this is a decent tackle here, but what is going on with the Soul Sismic and the reps there? He's got some risks on the knees here. Uh it is the 6th round. But what's going on with some of this stuff, man? That doesn't seem like it would pay off, and he's pretty well rounded, but I don't know about that. Hmm. 36 reps here. Did pretty well at the combine. Sherman Stewart. Pass rush strength is low, but he had 36 reps. That could have some room to grow there. I'll be willing to go with Sherman Stewart here for sure. Let's do it. Final pick. Hmm. Carter O'Donohue. The pass rush strength is there. He had 41 reps. Hmm. Wait a second. Whoa. I don't know where those numbers are coming from. Hmm. You ran a 4.87 as at running back? Brother. Come on, dog. This is who the coaching staff wants to take. 5'10", 180. I don't see that, guys. Hmm. I'm just not seeing it with some of these. I'm just gonna end up taking some crazy Like this really smart tackle. Is it possible he can come along with the technique? It's just not very strong. Got some short arms though. That might be where the blocking strength comes in. He's never gonna have the blocking strength, but could he come along and just be a value for us maybe at some point? I don't know. Hmm. Yeah, I don't see much that I'm really excited about outside of maybe this tackle. I could tell myself a story why he's a seventh rounder and maybe it could work. All right, let's check out the draft class. Whoo! Oh, these two guards. This corner's a 60. Okay. I'm terrible at drafting receivers. That's not bad for a fifth round quarterback. And then the end and tackle, those guys got some real staying power. But these guards, though, man, that's the type of stuff that could take us to another stratosphere this season. Let's see what that room looks like now. Yeah. So like we're loaded at guard right now. And you talk about like possibly like an Aaron Banks moving to center. He's gonna be a little heavy, but like there's definitely some stuff we could do to make this to spread out some of the wealth here. Because like if we end up with like one, two, three stud guards and like a couple other startable guards, like we could move some of that around. Um, could any of these guys play tackle? No, I won't get ahead of myself. But yeah, I mean, one of these guys can definitely play center, so we can at least spread that out, and then maybe trade somebody here or there. No, this is fantastic. Defense mostly stayed the same. Did we draft anyone on defense actually? Guard. We drafted this corner. We drafted this D end. That's it. We drafted two defensive players. Went pretty much all offense. Heavy on the offensive line. How's the corner room look after that pick? Pretty good. So this guy can turn into like a really solid like opposite Jalen Simpson, and we round out a pretty solid corner room with this guy. Awesome. That's a pretty good draft. I'm happy with that as long as everything stays as is. Okay. Let's now take a look. One thing we need right away is a long snapper. Yep. So let's do that. Here's a rookie. And then other than that, we got some rookie running backs up here that look pretty solid. We could use oh, we'll definitely take this Heath Martell. This corner looks pretty good. We got a lot of space to add some guys here. Another pretty decent corner here. Couple safeties. Here's a D tackle. Yeah. We'll try a bunch of guys out here. Let's go future value here. It's a center. Did we just offer this D tackle? Yeah, we did. Sammy Finch. We'll try for a safety. A lot of good corners. A lot of good safeties. Thrown out there for a D end real quick. Inside linebacker, yep. Let's see. Couple running backs down here too. Weak personality. This one's a little better. All right. That's a solid 10 players. All right, so we got center, linebacker, corner, D end. One thing that we actually need to think about too, though, is that we need some receiver depth, tight end, receiver, tight end, maybe linebacker. Yes, we should take a look at what's out here for receiver, even though it's nothing really fantastic. That's probably as much as I'll extend myself there. Oof, tight end's pretty rough too. We'll just do this maybe. Got one receiver. This tight end got signed by Chicago. This looks good enough. All right, how much salary cap do we have left? We have 8 mil left. We can go sign another 9 players. Get up to 71. Let's see. We don't have any running backs right now. They're still Still a couple good ones out here. Let's see. Okay. Oh, we could probably still use some receivers. Receivers, linebackers, if there's any. Yeah, even D tackle. Hmm. Oh, we didn't even get this. We didn't even get this long snapper, did we? Shoot. This is all there is at long snapper? Jeez. All right. Um, we'll sign another tackle. Um, Here's another linebacker. Honestly, we could use another like receiver if there is anything of the sort. Calvin Ridley out here for 2.5 mil. Mm, Here's a mentor, Keenan Allen. Okay, there we go. 2.5 mil left. We still need two running backs. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Sure. So we got Clyde. Then maybe more of a. Let's see what this rookie's all about here. No cap room. Oh, he's hurt though. Oh, okay. Okay. Whoopsie. Hold on a second here. Yeah, we've got pretty good players here now. Um, Damn. I can't believe we signed Clyde Edwards-Helaire to this. I just was not paying attention. There's enough corners in here. I don't think this guy really helps us. Okay. And then let's go grab a running back here instead. Just to see. Okay. That should be good. All right, we are out of cap space. Here we are, weight training day. We're just taking one last scroll over the roster here just to see where things are kind of leveling out. I'm excited to see what happens after we hit the weights. See what some of these guys look like. Some real potential in the room now. Feels good. Feels good to have that. Got some undrafted competition up in here. Had a really good draft. Really good free agency period. Transformed this roster, this coaching staff, everything. And now it's just a matter of getting the guys together, getting positions set right, carving this roster down again, and just letting this thing sit for a couple of years, stack a couple drafts, get the cohesion melting a little bit, mind meld, you know? We're right there. We're definitely right there. This is a much better roster than it was a couple eps ago. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the weight training day episode. Peace.